ring. I already brought a different vibe as it was. So just imagine these two personalities just facing off in front of the Progress fans in the electric ballroom. It's just going to bring a whole ambiance to the entire venue, the entire building.
Yeah.
Before we even lock up, before we even like start the offense and defense and start the entanglement in the ring, is going to be. I think we're going to already have the attention of the fans before then.
How does it get to feel to bring what you learned in WWE back to the independents and get to take some of that knowledge and hand it over to Kerry here in a situation like this?
Oh, I'm not giving them no knowledge at all.
I got it. I didn't know. I mean, after the match and stuff, I'm not saying you can go into it, but after the fact, it's got to feel different. You just got to have.
Look, I'm not. Well, the thing about it's the knowledge of like coming from WWE was never like it was a passed on thing. It was like they'd give you little nuggets, and then you had to learn and experience it. Then you felt it, and then like it definitely like attached to you, and then you ended up performing and living it without even knowing what you were doing. So it's not something that you're gonna really like just say and then do. I can teach you and tell you all the things in the world, but until you truly experience it and actually let that kind of seep in with you and your style and who you are as a person, as a performer, it's not really going to translate. So it's something that you just got to like go in there and be challenged as well. I think you need to face those challenges of things that you're not comfortable with, and then look at it face to face and attack it. That's when you have those breakthroughs. So I think that's what I feel like that's what Kerry's going to have to experience. It's not something I can just teach. It's something he's going to have to experience.
So maybe not about handing off the knowledge, but do you feel like you're approaching the Indies now with a fresh set of eyes, differently now going through that WWE process than you saw the opportunities before you had gone through WWE?
Excuse me, say that one more time.
No, that's fine. I know we broke up there for a second. That's fine. No, I was saying, for you though, do you approach the matches like this, Indies, with a fresh set of eyes? Was your perspective kind of on the business altered in any kind of significant way during that process of WWE?
Yes, absolutely, 100%. I was just talking to somebody about this recently. I was talking to one of my mentors, Sami Callihan, about this. Is just now which you can honestly say like across the entire genre of entertainment and sports. Everybody has learned and picked up and grasped the style and multitude of different styles at a younger age and gotten it early on that I've ever seen before. And Sammy would agree. Like everybody's like you seeing like Nick Wayne at 16 just grasped the style already. The movements, the pacing, the timing, the techniques and everything, it's already there. It's just the accessibility of like what we're dealing with now with like a YouTube and, FaceTime and all the technology. We could just access it, and everybody's adapting so much quicker at a younger age. But I feel like we're missing the feeling again, the feeling of who we are and why we do what we do, and making the crowd and the audience watching at home feel something about you and who you are while performing at the rate that you do, which is a very hard balance. That's a really difficult balance to perfect. There's very few people that perfect it. And but as far as looking at the talent across the independents, like both stateside and overseas, like everybody can pretty much do everything now. It's like nobody has that one thing that nobody else can do as far as physical attributes and stuff. Everybody has all of them.
Right.
So now it's like, okay, now how do you pull forward in this group of vast talent? That's like everybody in high school coming to the NBA can dunk now and is attacking defensive player of the years. And like 19-year-olds are just attacking everybody, and they have no fear of those guys anymore. People don't come into the profession afraid of these guys that's been doing it for like 8 to 10 years plus. There's no fear of that anymore. There's no fear across that in the NFL. You have Joe Burrow in the Super Bowl in his second year in the league. He's not afraid. You know, you got like Anthony Edwards, the second year in the league, LaMelo Ball, like they're just like cooking veterans. You know, now you have like a 16-year-old Nick Waynes, and you have Blake Christians, and then you have like all these young guys. They're not afraid. They're coming at like the Will Ospreys, who just main evented the Tokyo Dome. They're coming at these Matt Cardonas, who's been at WrestleMania and performed year in and year out. You know, they're coming at these guys, you know, so that's what I'm noticing.
Yeah, and when you say coming at it, and, you know, do you think it's just like a lack of like storytelling or character development? You think that is there that bridge lacking with the younger talent to the older talent right now? Because I hear what you're saying physically. Like, guys are coming in and trying to take that Will Ospreay Swerve spot right now physically, but there is something to be said about the kind of veteran knowledge that comes along with how to tell that story correctly and how to make, you know, those moments kind of breathe a little bit, I guess.
The storytelling is great, honestly. I think that's not the problem. It's just the feel, the understanding of who you are and why you're doing what you're doing.
Okay.
And that comes with growth and time, though, and experience. Like I was talking about earlier with like me trying to teach a character noir. Like, no, that's something that you're gonna have to just feel and understand later on. Some people, like, these are young kids that still haven't even developed and understood who they are as people yet, let alone a performer.
Right.
You know, so a lot of talent can just hide who they are by going in and just performing, and they perform at a high rate and do it very well. But that's like sometimes a coping mechanism to not expressing who they truly are because they don't know how to, or they don't understand who they are yet. That's going to come with life experience. You know, that's going to come with going through pain. That's going to come with losing opportunities because everybody's gaining them so much and they're wrestling and PWG and doing the top independent promotions already. All right, I want to see who you are when you get told no, when you get shut out and those opportunities pulled away, money taken away from you. Yeah, you know, like go through some hardship. That's going to prove who you are. You got to be battle tested. I want to see some of these guys get battle tested a little bit before I hand them that title a little bit.
Fair enough.